Welcome back, everyone. We are Whiskey and Vinyl. I'm Holly, this is Bill, and we're here to teach you how to be your very own best home bartender. We have learned a lot by working in the industry and having our own home bar for 20 plus years.
Yep.
And would like to be able to share that with you so that you can learn these skills for yourself at home and see how easy it is and do it without breaking the bank.
Yeah, so today what we're going to be doing is making a fresh margarita. We're going to be using fresh ingredients with limes. We're not going to be doing a store-bought sour mix. We're going to teach you how to do one so that it just tastes better. It tastes fresh. We're going to be using silver Herradura tequila. We're going to be using a really good orange liqueur with Cointreau. We're going to be using agave syrup to sweeten it up a little bit, and kosher salt for the rim. So.
We're ready to get started?
Yeah, I think we're ready to get started.
Amp up that Taco Tuesday.
There you go. All right. First things first, we're going to take our lime. We're going to cut it in half, and that way that we can get the juices out of this. One lime is enough whenever you're making these. You're going for about 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice on it. So we're going to use our lime squeezer, lime press, lime squeezer.
I don't know.
And that way we get some nice fresh juices out of this. As you're doing this, make sure that you save your lime because we are going to be using that to help us out with the salt in just a moment. Once you've added that, you are going to do, we're going to do 1.5 ounces of tequila.
Maybe you should tell them why you chose the tequila that you chose.
So when you're making a margarita, and as we were talking about trying not to break the bank, generally you want to go with a silver or plata for your tequila. You can use, if you can find yourself a good inexpensive reposado, you can do that. I would stay away from the añejos, generally just because the sour mix that you're making tends to cover up those flavors that you're that you would think you would get off of the añejos. I would rather spend a little bit more money, get myself a better silver versus going the opposite direction on an añejo and trying to save the money. Añejos are more expensive than the silvers because they're aged in bourbon barrels that they purchase from different vendors up in Kentucky.
And they're smoked, so they burn out the inside of the barrel.
Yes.
And then, so by getting an añejo, you're paying for that smoke flavor, but then when you use the sour mix, you're killing the smoke. So it's just...
Save your añejos for sipping.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we're going to be adding 1 ounce of Cointreau to this. Again, you're just looking for a good orange liqueur. Grand Marnier is a good choice in that. You can also, if you can find yourself a good triple sec out there. Again, I wouldn't go too inexpensive on it, but there's some good triple secs out there. Grand Gala is another good orange liqueur that you can use. So I think you're safe with any of those out there. Next, we're going to be using the agave syrup. For those of you that don't know, tequila is made from the agave plant. So hence why we have went with the agave nectar. You can, again, like we talked about in other videos, you can use simple syrup if you want. If you got the Demerara sugar syrup, then you can do that also. But generally for margaritas you want to go with the
It just keeps it real.
Keeps it real. So we're going to add a little ice to this.
And guys, just so you know, we realized in the first couple of videos that we were doing things in shakers, we were muddling and doing things like that, and you couldn't see anything. So we got a glass shaker so you can see what's going on and what we're doing.
Yep. So with this, there we go. A couple of shakes just to get it mixed up really well. Okay. Before you go and pour that into your glass, for those that want to do the salted rims, you would also do this if you're doing a sweetened one where you're maybe adding some fresh strawberries to it, fresh blackberries to it, mango, anything like that. If you're doing some of those, you might do a sugar rim on it. But for our purpose here, we are going to use a salt rim.
Go ahead.
Okay. Just once you've done it, pour everything in. Add yourself a little bit of ice to top it off. For your garnish on this, again, using the limes. Generally, you can use the lime wheel if you want to, but most of the time you want to use the lime wedge because
there's more to squeeze.
Yeah, because you're adding that to your drink. What we're going to talk about real quick, how to amp this up if you wanted to do a little bit more, change the flavor of it up just a little bit. You can use a lemon in there. When you cut your lime in half, you use half of a lime, half of a lemon. It is going to not be quite as acidic on that with it being just a straight lime. If even with that it's a little too much, cut yourself up an orange and squeeze some fresh orange juice into it. There are a lot of bartenders that I know that will do a splash of orange juice in their margaritas as a way of just cutting down on that acidity.
It just changes the flavor profile just a little bit. Mm-hmm. So,
but it's still a margarita.
Yeah.
So we're going to sit down and try these. So we'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, guys, we just finished making some really good margaritas. We're going to taste and try them. We're also going to talk about a couple other things that we didn't talk about before, just to kind of help you out with, again, being a better bartender and maybe finding some different ways of doing it. So, to Whiskey and Vinyl.
Whiskey and Vinyl. They're so much better when they're fresh.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So real quick, we use kosher salt. Please don't use just regular table salt on that. Kosher salt is much better. There is actually a flavor difference in salts that are out there. You may try some pink Himalayan salt. I'm not sure how that would go on it. You could try.
We did the black lava salt,
which was really good
and such a great presentation.
Mm-hmm. Other things that you could do to amp these up, you could add some other fresh fruits into it, muddle some blackberries or some mango, strawberries whenever they're in season. Margaritas are something that you can drink year round. It does not matter whether it's cold, whether it's hot. Everybody likes a good margarita.
Doesn't have to be Tuesday.
No, it doesn't have to be Tuesday. So we hope you've enjoyed this. So if you want to, go out there and like and subscribe and share this out there. And because we really enjoy doing this and we want to keep doing it.
Yeah, we have a good time. Recipe written down will be down in the description.
Yes.
So you can get the recipe there. Mm-hmm. If you have any questions, please put your questions in the comments. If there's anything you want to see us try or you've had a question about,
Yeah, throw
Let
it
us
out
know.
there. Throw it out there to us. And, if you got a liquor that you've been wanting to try but are not sure about before you go spend the money on it, let us spend the money on it. We'll be
We'll
happy
try
to
it.
try some of these things.
Give me some ideas on how to use it.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, we will see you next time.
Thanks. Bye.